I'd like the committee to look at the broader picture. We have right now in the world the demand for approximately a little less than 100 million barrels of oil a day. I think it's 95, 96 million barrels a day. The United States was the world's largest producer. It's fallen to second place in the last 6 months. But we're still producing about 10 million barrels a day, which is approximately 10% of the world demand. We're the only nation in the world that has a capability to substantially increase our production. Under a best-case scenario, we could probably double it in the next 10 years. Russia can't do that. Saudi Arabia can't do that. Venezuela can't do that. Mexico can't do that. Canada can't. Only the United States. We have refinery capacity in the United States of approximately 16 to 17 million barrels per day. We have a demand for gasoline in the United States somewhere between 10 and 12 million barrels equivalent per day. If we don't lift the restrictions on crude oil exports, we cannot utilize our strategic advantage in oil production. Our producers are limited in how much oil they can sell in the domestic market to domestic refiners. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not rhetoric. If we lift this restriction on crude oil exports, two good things are going to happen. We're going to put pressure in the world oil markets on prices to come down. Because again, we're the only nation that can substantially increase our oil production. The only one. The two other big producers, Saudi Arabia and Russia, can't do it. So if we produce more oil and put some of that in the world market, the world price is going to stabilize or come down. Conversely, if we don't and drive U.S. producers out of production, then eventually Saudi and OPEC and Russia are going to jack the price back up. If you want to prevent gasoline prices from going back up, vote for this bill. It's the only thing out there that gives the capability to stabilize and over time lower gasoline prices. We have the best resource base in the world. We have the best technology in the world. We have the best human capital in the world. Yet we're the only nation in the world who's an oil producer who can't export into the world market. Now forget all the political rhetoric. Look at the strategic facts. That's what this bill is about. Unleashing the American ability to compete and strategically make the world a better place. You know, I'm glad that Mr. Rush and I are still talking. I'm glad that I think we have 3 Democrat sponsors on the committee. I want this to be an American bill, not a Republican bill. We pass this, the President signs it, I guarantee you, we're going to increase economic activity, jobs, and put America first back in the world marketplace. Vote for the bill.